The stars were calm. Space was silent. But humans knew silence is never safe. It started with a shadow. A small black dot appeared near Earth's moon. It was quiet, no signals, no message, just watching. The space stations noticed first. Unidentified object near the moon, the operator said. Its voice was cold, sharp. How big? Asked the commander. Very big. Too big for a satellite, came the reply. The object didn't move much. It floated, hidden in the shadows of space. For hours it stayed there, watching. Earth's military, the United Earth Defense, called an emergency meeting. It's the top generals. And scientists gathered. Their faces were serious. Some looked afraid. But one man smiled. His name was Commander Eric Voss, battle-scarred, with sharp eyes like a hawk. He had seen war. He had seen death. But he never feared shadows. Them, Eric said, staring at the giant screen showing the dark object. Them? A young general asked. The ones who've been hunting the stars, Eric replied. His voice was calm, but his eyes burned. The Zorkath. The room went silent. The Zorkath were not just any aliens. They were conquerors. Planet by planet they spread fear. Civilizations fell before them. Their technology was deadly. Their army was massive. But humans. Humans were different. Eric stood up. His voice echoed in the room. They've come to test us. First, they'll watch, and they'll attack. But this time, they picked the wrong species. Hours passed. The dark object near the moon stayed. Quiet. But Earth wasn't waiting. Hidden bases activated. Fence satellites powered up. Secret ships left their underground docks, silent as ghosts. Then, it began. One by one, Earth's satellites went dark. The news spread fast. Communications failing. Satellites offline. Space probes gone. Panic grew across the planet. The people looked to the skies. They couldn't see the threat, but they felt it. The media screamed, "Are we under attack? Alien invasion? Is this the end?" But in the military command center, Eric Voss only smiled. "They're cutting our eyes." "They think we are blind now," Eric said, walking towards the giant screen. "But they forget. We've been watching them too." In deep space, hidden beyond Mars, a human fleet waited. Black ships with no lights, silent, invisible. They were called Project Starfell. It was Earth's secret plan. Years in the making. For this moment, in orbit around the moon, the dark object finally moved. But it wasn't just one object. It was many, a fleet. Giant alien ships appeared like ghosts from the shadows. Their design was terrifying, sharp, cold, deadly. They sent their first message. "This is the Zorkath Empire." The alien voice boomed across space. "Surrender your planet. Give us your resources. Or be destroyed." The world held its breath. For 10 long seconds, there was silence. No reply from Earth. The aliens laughed. They thought humans were scared, weak. But then, a message came. From Commander Eric Voss himself. The words were clear. Sharp. Full of steel. "You want war?" Eric said. His face appeared on every screen. Earth, moon, even aboard the alien ships. "Then prepare to watch your stars fall." Before the aliens could respond, the first human attack began. High above Earth, hidden satellites fired there. Secret weapons. Beams of pure energy sliced through space. The first alien cruiser exploded, turning into burning metal and fire. The Zorkath fleet panicked. It didn't expect this. From behind Mars, the hidden human fleet moved. Black ships, fast and deadly, raced towards the enemy. Their engines silent, their weapons hot. The battle had begun. In space, lasers flashed. Missiles flew. Alien ships exploded like fireworks, but this was just the beginning. Back on Earth, Eric watched the battle, his eyes cold, his face calm. "They thought we were weak," he said. "They forgot. Humans don't run, we fight. And when we fight," he pointed towards the stars where alien ships burned and fell. "Their stars fall. The smoke still floated in space. Pieces of burning metal drifted where the first Zorkoth ship had exploded, but this war was not over. It had only begun. Inside the alien flagship, Commander Varnock of the Zorkoth Empire smashed his fist on the control panel. His yellow eyes burned with anger. His sharp teeth clenched. "How did the humans strike first?" Varnock roared. "They are a weak species, primitive. Their world should be easy prey." His officers stayed silent. None dared to speak. The Zorkoth were proud. For centuries, they had conquered planet after planet. They believed no species could resist them. Their weapons were powerful, their ships fast and deadly. But now, they faced humans, and humans fought differently. Meanwhile on Earth, Commander Eric Voss stood before the United Earth Defense Council. The room was filled with military leaders, scientists, and world representatives. Everyone looked tense, worried. The screen behind Eric showed the alien fleet in orbit. "The Zorkoth have shown their face," Eric said. "They came here thinking we are weak, but today they learned. We are ready." A young officer raised his hand. "Sir, who exactly are the Zorkoth? The people they need to know." Eric nodded. His face turned serious. "The Zorkoth are not just invaders. They're hunters. They destroy worlds, enslave species. They take what they want." The room went silent. Eric continued. "For years we heard stories. Small ships lost near distant stars. Colonies vanished without a trace. We suspected, but now it's confirmed." He pointed to the screen showing. "The alien fleet, they are here. They think Earth is just another easy target." Back on the Zorkoth flagship, Commander Varnock's scientists studied the wreckage of their destroyed cruiser. "How did they do this?" Varnock growled. "They hide powerful weapons on small satellites," one scientist replied, showing data. "They also have ships hidden. Beyond Mars, we underestimated them." Varnock's claws tapped the metal table. "No more games," he hissed. "Prepare the full fleet. We will crush them. We'll show them why the galaxy fears the Zorkoth." Deep Space Human Fleet Captain Reyes, leader of the hidden human fleet called Project Starfall, smiled as his ships moved silently towards the alien fleet. "They still don't know how strong we are," Reyes said, looking at the glowing screens. Commander Voss gave them a warning, but they didn't listen. His second-in-command, a woman named L.T. Malik, nodded. "Good. That means we can strike again. Harder." The human fleet wasn't large, but it was deadly. Stealth. Ships. Hidden weapons. Surprise attacks. This was not a war of numbers. This was a war of strategy. And humans were the masters of surprise. The Zorkoth messaged the alien fleet sent another message to Earth. This time, their leader, Commander Varnock himself, appeared. On every human screen, the alien's face was sharp and reptilian, his yellow eyes cold, his voice low and dangerous. "Humans," Varnock spoke, "you have made a mistake. You destroyed one of our ships. You think you are strong?" He leaned closer to the camera. "But you are weak. Your planet, your people, will fall. You will serve the Zorkoth Empire." The message ended. The people of Earth were afraid. Some ran to shelters. Some prayed. But Commander Eric Voss, he only smiled. "They send threats," Eric said calmly, "because they are afraid. They expected cowards. But they met humans." He stood tall, facing his officers. "Let them come? We will show them how humans fight. We will show them how their stars fall." Final scene in the shadows, far beyond the battle zone, hidden in deep space. Another human ship floated, small, silent, invisible. Inside, human spies listened. They had tapped into the Zorkoth's secret communications. A young spy, his face serious, spoke into his recorder. "Message to Earth Command," he whispered. "The Zorkoth have more ships coming. They're full armada. They think they will crush us." The spy smiled faintly. "But they don't know about Project Starfall." The stars looked peaceful, but space was not peaceful anymore. The Zorkoth fleet floated near Earth's orbit. Their black, sharp ships surrounded the planet like a cage. They thought they had one already. Commander Varnock stood on the bridge of his flagship. His yellow eyes scanned the screens. His voice was calm, but dangerous. "Search every corner of this planet. I want all their defenses found." Alien scout ships moved fast. They scanned Earth's surface. Cities, military, bases, oceans. Nothing scared them, but one thing confused them. On the dark side of the moon, there was a signal. Strange. Hidden. It didn't match human technology. Varnock narrowed his eyes. "What is that?" he asked. "No idea, Commander," his officer replied. "It looks old, but also powerful." Varnock growled. "Send a team. Now." On Earth, Human Command Center Commander Eric Voss stood in front of a large holographic map. His officers watched silently as red dots, alien ships moved across the screen. "They're scanning the planet," an officer reported. "They're searching for our defenses." Eric smirked. "Let them search. They won't find our real weapon." A young officer looked curious. "Project Starfall?" he asked. Eric nodded. "They will see it soon, but not yet." On the dark side of the moon, the alien scout ship floated slowly towards the strange signal. It was quiet. Inside the ship, Zorkoth soldiers checked their scanners. Their claws tapped nervously on the controls. "What is this place?" one of them asked. Ahead, hidden in the shadows, was a massive structure. Black as space, sharp edges, giant in size. "It's not human," another soldier said. But they were wrong. Suddenly, the structure lit up. Bright blue lights glowed across its surface. Hidden panels opened. Massive cannons pointed directly at the alien ship. Trap. But it was too late. Beams of energy shot from the hidden base. The alien ship exploded in seconds. Turning into burning debris, Project Starfall revealed in the Human Command Center. Eric Voss watched the scene unfold on his screen. His officers cheered. "The Moon Defense Base is active," an officer reported. "The first alien scout is gone." Eric smiled. "Good, that was only the beginning." Project Starfall was not just a fleet. It was a plan. A trap. Years ago, humans built secret weapons on the dark side of the moon. Hidden from space, invisible to alien eyes. Massive cannons, stealth defense systems, a secret fleet ready to strike. Panic in the alien fleet back on the Zorkoth flagship. Alarms blared. The scouts were gone, their ship destroyed. "Commander," Varnick's face twisted with anger. "Impossible," he roared. "They are weak. How do they have this power?" His officers were silent. Fear was growing. The humans were not supposed to fight back like this. "We underestimated them," one officer admitted quietly. Varnick's claws scratched the metal wall. His sharp teeth showed as he growled. "Prepare the full fleet. We crush them now." But deep down, even Varnock felt something strange. A small feeling. Cold. Dangerous. Fear. The first human counterattack in space. Near the hidden moon base, a small human ship drifted. Black as night. Silent as death. It was a stealth ship, the HSS Shadowfang. Inside, Captain Reyes watched the Zorkoth fleet. His eyes were calm. His fingers hovered over the control panel. Commander Voss gave the order. His officer whispered. Reyes smiled. "Then let's show them how humans fight." The Shadowfang powered up its weapons. It targeted a large alien cruiser. Fast, silent, a single missile launched, invisible to alien scanners. Seconds later, boom. The Zorkoth cruiser exploded in a fireball of metal and flames. The alien fleet panicked, ships scattered, hid their formation. Broke the message across all frequencies. The humans sent a message. Commander Voss's voice echoed through space. Calm, cold, confident. You wanted war? You thought we would run? Pause. Silence now. Prepare to watch your stars fall. In scene, the war just started. The human fleet moved. Stealth. Ships, moon defense cannons, hidden traps. The Zorkoth fleet, proud and powerful, now looked weak. Disorganized, scared, but the war was only beginning in the humans. They were just getting started. The Zorkoth believed they were untouchable. For hundreds of years, they had crushed worlds, burned cities, broken entire civilizations. But today, the first crack had appeared, deep. In space, human War Room Commander Eric Voss stood in front of a large digital map. The holographic screen showed the alien star systems. Red dots marked Zorkoth worlds. Blue dots showed human positions. Time to hit them where it hurts, Eric said calmly. His officers looked at him, surprised. You want to attack their home territory, sir? One asked. Yes, Eric replied. They came to our doorstep. Now, we knock on theirs. The room was silent for a moment. Then, the officers nodded. The plan was simple, but dangerous. A human stealth fleet would strike a small Zorkoth colony. It wasn't their homeworld, but an important star system. Rich in resources, full of factories. If humans destroyed it, it would send a message. The Zorkoth colony Star Cora 7 was a shining jewel for the Zorkoth Empire. It had factories that built weapons, giant mining stations, thousands of alien workers, tall cities with black sharp towers. The people there never feared humans. They thought Earth was far away, weak, powerless. They were wrong. The human attack begins in the shadows of space. The human fleet approached. Silent, invisible. Captain Reyes, leader of the HSS Shadowfang, led the mission. His eyes were focused, his voice calm. We strike hard, we strike fast, we leave nothing behind. Stealth missiles launched. Energy beams fired. In seconds, the first Zorkoth defense stations exploded. Fireballs lit the dark sky. Sirens screamed. Across the colony, panic spread. The Zorkoth leaders in Cora 7 watched in shock as their defense ships were destroyed one by one. They came here. Humans! The colony governor shouted. This is impossible. But the impossible was happening. The fall of Cora 7, the human ships moved like shadows. Their weapons were precise, deadly. Zorkoth defense ships tried to fight back. But their systems were weak against human stealth technology. Their missiles missed. Their radars failed. Within 1 hour, the colony was burning. Factories exploded. Mining stations collapsed. Cities turned into ash. The first Zorkoth star has fallen. The human message before leaving, the humans broadcasted. A message across the entire Zorkoth Empire. It was Commander Eric Voss, his face serious, his voice sharp. You wanted war? He repeated. You thought Earth was weak, but now your stars fall, one by one. The message ended, but the fear had begun. Panic in the Zorkoth Empire, in the Zorkoth capital. News of Cora 7's fall spread like wildfire. Leaders shouted in meetings. Military officers blamed each other. People were afraid for the first time in generations. How did they find Cora 7? One general asked. They shouldn't have this power. Another replied, humans are not weak. A third whispered. They fight with shadows. They strike our stars. Commander Varnox, Rajon the Zorkoth flagship near Earth. Commander Varnox was furious. His claws smashed the control panels. His yellow eyes burned with rage. They dare attack our colony, he roared. They will pay. Their world will. burn, but deep inside, even Varnock felt something new. Doubt the humans had technology they didn't understand. They had strategies the Zorkoth didn't expect, and worst of all, the humans had courage. Back on Earth, the people of Earth celebrated. For the first time, they felt hope. In the command center, Eric Voss watched the reports with cold satisfaction. Cora 7 is gone, an officer confirmed. Good, Eric replied. But this is not victory yet. It's a message. Is still coming. His eyes stared at the map showing the alien empire. Red stars filled the screen, one by one. Their stars will fall, Eric whispered. And when the last star burns out, they'll know. Humans. Never back down. The Zorkath Empire was angry. Their colony, Cora 7, had fallen.
Ow.
Their pride was broken. Their people were afraid. But Commander Varnock, he was not just angry, he was humiliated. On his flagship near Earth, he paced like a caged animal. His yellow eyes were sharp. His claws tapped the metal floor. They made us look weak, Varnock growled. The galaxy laughs at us. No, but we will strike back. His officers listened in silence. They think they can hide, Varnock continued. But we have found their secret base. He pointed at the large screen. It showed hidden human structures on a distant asteroid belt near Saturn. Our spies. Trace their energy signals, Varnock explained. This is their hidden fleet base. We destroy it. And Earth falls next. The Zorkoth fleet prepared for war. Human Command Center, Earth Commander Eric Voss stood calmly. Watching the same asteroid belt on his screen, his face was unreadable. The Zorkath took the bait, Eric said softly. His officers nodded. The asteroid base near Saturn was real, but it wasn't Earth's true stronghold. It was a decoy. A trap Project Starfall was designed for this moment, but weeks ago. Human engineers had built fake energy signatures on the asteroids. They'd planted old ships and broken weapons to make it look like an active base. From space, it appeared real too. Zorkoth scanners. It looked like Earth's secret defense center, but in reality, it was empty. Zorkoth fleet moves the alien fleet charged towards the asteroid belt. Dozens of warships, heavy cruisers. Fighters. Commander Varnock stood tall on his bridge, his voice sharp. We will crush their hidden fleet. We will show them. Their stars fall too. The Zorkoth ships entered the asteroid field. Their scanners locked onto the human base. But something felt wrong. It was too quiet, too easy. The trap closes hidden behind nearby moons. The real human fleet waited. Stealth ships, attack drones. Orbital Mines Captain Reyes sat inside the HSS Shadowfang, watching the enemy. Right into it, Reyes whispered. His second-in-command, LT Malik, smiled. They're blind. They don't see us. Commander Voss's voice came through the comms. Execute the plan. In an instant, the hidden human fleet attacked. The ambush explosions lit up space. Orbital mines detonated. Human stealth ships fired precise energy beams. Alien cruisers burst into flames. Fighters spun out of control. Chaos spread. The Zorkoth fleet tried to regroup, but the asteroid belt worked against them. Their big ships couldn't maneuver. Their scanners failed. This is a trap. One Zorkoth officer shouted. Commander Varnock's eyes widened with rage and fear. Pull back! Pull back! But it was too late. The fall of another fleet within 20 minutes, half the Zorkoth fleet was destroyed. Burning wreckage floated among the asteroids. That humans didn't lose a single ship. It was perfect. Clean, brutal. The human message once again. The humans sent a message across space. Commander Eric Voss appeared on every screen. His voice calm, his eyes cold. You came to hunt us, Eric said. You thought we were fools. But remember, it's the quiet hunter you never see, who strikes first. The message ended. Panic in the Zorkoth ranks. The alien soldiers whispered among themselves. Fear grew like fire. They knew we were coming. They tricked us. They destroyed half our fleet without a scratch. Commander Varnock clenched his fists. His claws dug into the metal console. He hated humans. But deep down, he respected their cunning. back on Earth in the command center. Eric Voss and his officers reviewed the battle footage. Another victory, an officer said proudly. But Eric's face stayed serious. "This war is far from over," he replied. "They will come back. Bigger. Angrier." He looked at the star map. Red dots mark the alien empire. But every time they come, we will be ready. His eyes hardened, and every time another of their stars will fall. The Zorkoth Empire was in trouble. First, they lost their colony Chorus 7. Then, their fleet was destroyed in the asteroid trap near Saturn. A fear spread across their empire like a dark cloud, but the greatest danger was not from humans, it was from within. Zorkoth High Council's secret meeting far from Earth. On the Zorkoth capital world, the High Council gathered. Powerful leaders sat around a dark stone table, their faces sharp, their eyes cold. Commander Varnak stood before them, reporting the latest disaster. "The humans tricked us," Varnak admitted, his voice hard. "They destroyed our fleet, they burned Chorus 7, they hide in shadows, and strike like ghosts."
Ow.
The council members whispered among themselves. Some wanted revenge, some wanted peace, and some wanted power for themselves. The first seeds of betrayal, one council member, Lord Zelter, watched Varnak carefully. His scales were black, his eyes cold as ice. Zelter did not care about war. He cared about control. "The humans are clever," Zelter said slowly. "But maybe they are not our real problem." The others looked at him, confused. Zelter smiled. "Perhaps it is time for new leadership. Strong leadership." His words were quiet, but dangerous. Human spies listening high above the Zorkoth capital, hidden inside a stealth ship. Human spies listened to everything. Agent Mara, one of Earth's best spies, smiled as she recorded the conversation. "They are cracking from the inside," Mara whispered. "They're turning on each other." She sent the message back to Earth. Commander Eric Voss would be pleased. Back on Earth, Human Command Center Eric listened to the report with a calm expression. His officers watched him closely. "They're fighting among themselves," an officer said. "Good. Weakness is our advantage." Eric nodded. "You never interrupt your enemy when they are destroying themselves." But Eric knew better. Betrayal made enemies more dangerous and unpredictable. Rebellion in the shadows in the Zorkoth capital, secret meetings took place. Some military leaders, tired of losing, whispered about surrender. Others wanted to overthrow the High Council and Lord Zelter. He wanted both. His plan was simple. Blame Commander Varnak for the failures. Take control of the fleet. Crush the humans. And his rivals, Varnak's suspicion, Commander Varnak was no fool. He sensed the betrayal growing. The spies whispered about secret meetings. His enemies smiled too easily. But Varnak was not ready to fall. Not yet. "I will destroy the humans," Varnak growled to himself. "And after that, I deal with traitors." The human plan continues. Meanwhile, Earth was preparing for the next strike. In the hidden fleet, Captain Reyes met with Commander Voss via secure comms. "The Zorkoth are weak, sir," Reyes reported. "They fight among themselves." Eric nodded. "And we keep the pressure on. We don't stop until their empire falls." Reyes smiled. "I like the sound of that. A secret deal in the shadows, far from the council chambers." Lord Zelter made a private call. A human voice answered. Calm, confident, ready to talk, the voice asked. Zelter's eyes narrowed. "I don't like humans," he hissed. "But I like losing even less." The human spy smiled through the screen. "Help us, and when your empire falls, we make sure you rise." It was betrayal. It was dangerous. But for Zelter, it was survival. End scene. The empire cracks. The Zorkoth Empire looked powerful from the outside, but inside, cracks were growing. Betrayal, fear, secret deals. The humans had done more than just fight. They had turned the empire against itself, and as Commander Voss watched the stars, he smiled. Their greatest weakness, he whispered, was never our weapons, it was their pride. The Zorkoth Empire was shaking, their fleet was broken, their colony was gone. Their leaders whispered lies and betrayal. But now they prepared for the final stand. The Zorkoth homeworld, Valix Primavelix, Prime, the heart of the Zorkoth. Empire, a dark planet covered in black mountains, shining cities, and endless factories building war machines in orbit. Hundreds of alien ships floated, battleships, cruisers, fighters, the last defense of the Empire. If Volix Prime falls, the Zorkoth fall with it. Commander Varnak returns. Commander Varnak's warship entered orbit. His eyes were cold, his face showed scars of defeat, but his heart burned with anger. He stood before the remaining fleet commanders. "This is our last line," Varnak said. "We lose here. We are nothing." The other commanders looked nervous. They knew the humans were coming, and they knew. They were ready to do anything to win. The hidden human fleet far beyond the Zorkoth system, the human fleet gathered in the shadows. Stealth ships, powerful cruisers, hidden weapons, and one last secret never used before. Commander Eric Voss stood on the bridge of the human flagship HSS Valiant. His eyes were sharp, his voice calm. "This is it," Eric said. "They wanted war. They wanted our planet. Now we take theirs." Captain Reyes, leading the stealth attack ships, nodded. "We hit hard. We hit fast. We end this." The secret human weapon in the heart of the fleet. A massive ship floated silently. It was called the Eclipse. A weapon never seen before. A ship with the power to break stars. Project Starfall's final phase. The humans wouldn't just destroy ships. They would destroy the Zorkoth suns. Zorkoth prepare for battle on Valex Prime. Panic filled the streets. Soldiers armed themselves. Civilians hid in bunkers. The skies glowed with defensive shields. Commander Varnak gave one final speech to his people. "We are the Zorkoth," he roared. "We do not kneel. We do not beg. We fight, and we crush those who threaten us." The crowd cheered, but behind their eyes was fear. Human fleet enters the system. The human ships arrived, hidden in the darkness. Scanners failed to detect them at first, but then alarms blared. "The humans, they're here." In seconds, the human fleet launched their attack. Missiles flew. Energy beams cut through space. Alien ships exploded like fireworks. The battle had begun. Desperate defense, the Zorkoth fought hard. Their last fleet was strong, their weapons deadly. But the humans were smarter, faster. They moved like shadows. They struck like lightning. Commander Varnak's voice echoed in the fleet. "Hold the line. Do not let them reach the planet." Deep inside, even Varnak knew. This was no ordinary human fleet. This was the endgame. The Eclipse reveals itself from the shadows. The Eclipse appeared. Giant ship, dark, silent. Its weapon charged, glowing with pure energy. The Zorkoth officers panicked. "What? What is that?" "It's impossible." It was real, and it was aimed at their sun. Eric's final words across all frequencies. Commander Eric Voss sent his last message. His face calm, his voice sharp as steel. "You wanted war?" Eric said. "You wanted to see Earth fall." He pointed towards the Zorkoth star system. "Now, your stars fall." The countdown begins. The Eclipse's weapon charged. The star that gave life to the Zorkoth Empire now became a target. The humans prepared to do what no species had done before: end a war by ending a star. The Zorkoth Empire was on its knees. Their fleets were burning. Their leaders were divided. And now, their sun itself was in danger. The human ship, the Eclipse, floated near the Zorkoth star, silent and deadly, its weapon ready to fire. Panic on Valix Primon, the Zorkoth homeworld. Sirens screamed. Civilians ran to shelters. Soldiers looked to the sky. Their star, once bright and proud, now pulsed with an eerie glow. The news spread fast. The humans, they're attacking our sun. They will destroy everything. Commander Varnak's last stand inside the Zorkoth command center. Commander Varnak gripped the edge of the table. His yellow eyes burned with rage. "Target the human weapon," Varnock shouted. "Throw every ship at them. We stop them now, or we die." But many of his officers hesitated. Some had already lost faith. Some were secretly loyal to Lord Zelter, the traitor. The Empire was crumbling from the inside. The final human. Attacked, the human fleet pushed forward. Captain Reyes led the stealth ships, striking the last alien defenses. Explosions filled the sky. In the command ship, HSS Valiant, Commander Eric Voss watched calmly. His voice echoed across the fleet. "Day. Sharp. Stay fast. We finish this now." Behind him, the Eclipse's weapon glowed brighter. The energy pulse was seconds from firing. A last betrayal on the Zorkoth side. Lord Zelter made his move. The ships turned on Varnock's forces. Missiles fired at their own fleet. Confusion and chaos exploded in the ranks. The Zorkoth were fighting each other. Varnock roared in anger. Traitors. Cowards. But it was too late. The humans had broken them, not even firing a shot. The sun begins to die. The Eclipse unleashed its weapon. A beam of pure energy struck the Zorkoth sun. At first, nothing happened. Then the star pulsed. It flickered. Its light dimmed. Its surface cracked. Panic exploded across the Zorkoth Empire. Our sun, it's dying. We doomed. The Empire collapses with their star breaking apart. The planet's power grids failed. Shields collapsed. Cities darkened. The once proud Zorkoth people looked to the sky and saw the end. Alien leaders tried to escape. Ships fled in every direction. But the human fleet blocked the way. Commander Voss's voice returned. Cold. Final. You wanted war. You wanted to crush us. He pointed to the dying sun. Now, your stars fall. Commander Varnock's Phaeton, the burning planet. Varnock watched in silence. His pride shattered. His people broken. His empire gone. But even in defeat, his eyes stayed sharp. "This isn't over," Varnock whispered. But deep inside he knew the Zorkoth were finished. Aftermath: the Zorkoth Empire collapsed. Without their sun, their homeworld froze. Their fleet surrendered or scattered. The galaxy watched in shock. In fear, the humans had done the impossible. They had not just survived, they had broken an empire. Back on Earth, celebrations filled the streets. The people cheered. The war was over. But Commander Eric Voss stayed quiet. He looked at the stars, thoughtful. "We won, but this is just the beginning." His officers looked confused. "Sir?" Eric turned to them. "The galaxy knows what humans can do. Some will fear us, some will hate us, and some will come for revenge." His eyes hardened. "But when they come, we will be ready."